really curious, and so we're gonna cut that out. 1 second. Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds, try and keep your head up to the sky. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser, you gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger, you gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. What up, y'all? It's your girl Leah back with another YouTube video. I do apologize for the hiatus. Y'all know how it be sometimes. But no, I've just been getting over a really bad cold. I think it was a cold, actually. I don't know. It lasted for like 2 weeks. Yes, I'm feeling so much better. And that's why I'm making this video, because I want y'all to know what worked for me. So my brother introduced me to something called a Hot Toddy. Now, I've heard it before, but I've never drank it, or I've never used it as a remedy to get over any sickness, because I don't really get sick. So the things that this one consists of, and I know many people may do them different ways, but for this one in particular, I'm going to do the recipe that my brother told me to do, because that's the one that worked for me. And that consisted of, well, it was supposed to be Granddad. It was supposed to be the liquor, but they only had those in a fifth. Like, everywhere, I know when he went to get this stuff, they only had them in a fifth. And when I actually went to refill the bottle or get a new bottle, they only had Granddad in the fifth. And I didn't need all that. Ain't nobody about to do all that. So I'm basically using the batch that my brother purchased. The only thing that I had to purchase again was the liquor, and that is because he originally had got me a quarter pint, and this one I believe is a half pint. So yeah, and this is not Granddad. This is the Wild Turkey 101 Kentucky Straight Bourbon. So I'm sure if you use something similar, a bourbon or some type of whiskey, it should be totally fine. It should work the same. So yeah, this is 101 proof. So this will definitely open up your pores. I think this is a great alternative. It definitely worked for me. I'm pretty sure it was way cheaper than getting Granddad. As you can see, some of it's gone. That's because I did have to drink like 6 Hot Toddies, not in one sitting. Like I had, and I'm exaggerating a little, I had 2 one day and then 2 the next day, and then I was totally good. Like, I was feeling way better after the 2 I had that one day, but my voice was still gone and it was still a little scratchy. So yes, I went ahead and did 2 more, and I'm like totally fine. Of course, there's a little raspiness to my voice, but besides that, it's cool. And then his other ingredients was the green tea. I don't really know if it makes a difference what type of tea that you use, but I know green tea is a really good tea. I don't think you would want to use like a black tea or anything like that. An herbal tea should be good, but green tea is probably going to be your best bet. And then of course you have your water, which I pre-warmed up to kind of speed up the process a little bit. And then honey. I'm sure you can get the cheapest honey you can find. I'm not sure if this was the cheapest honey my brother could find, but this is the one he got. And then I don't know if the regular remedy that people use, they use actual lemons, but we just got the lemon juice this time. As far as pricing goes, I really don't know how much all this stuff should be fairly inexpensive. I cashed out my brother $30 and didn't receive any change back, so I don't really know how much this costs, but I'm sure this shouldn't cost more than like $10. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm actually gonna start with opening up the tea, and since my water is already pre-warmed, I did put the mug in the microwave, and I put it in for about 2 minutes. Some people may like to boil their water on the stovetop or put their water in longer or whatnot. I feel like 2 minutes is more than enough time for the water to sit, especially if it's something that you want to drink right away. I'm going to go ahead and put that. And I actually forgot my spoon. I usually have a tea stirrer. I can't find it. So I'm going to go get a spoon. That way I can let the water, or I'm sorry, the tea bag soak down into the water. So, alright, so I'm back. And I'm just going to go ahead and let that soak in there. It's not any particular amount of time that I let it soak. Just until I see it start turning a different color from like the, well, it's going to be transparent or translucent, whatever it's called, until it's like kind of a greenish color or whatnot, whatever color it turns, yellowish. So I kind of let that sit in there, and some people like to start mixing their ingredients as the tea bag is sitting. Me personally, I like to let the tea bag sit in. Usually I take about like a minute or two, just so I can know it gets in there. You can move the tea bag around a little bit. I don't know if this is an Black American remedy. Let me know down in the comments if you guys who are not Black American have done this, if this is something that you guys use in your culture to kind of get rid of colds, like in an inexpensive way, as opposed to like going to the hospital or something like that. I'm actually really curious, and so we're gonna cut that out. 1 second. So sorry about that. So clumsy. But where did I leave off? Okay, yeah. I do say Black American because Reggie and Martha were going back and forth on if it was an African remedy or like a Black American remedy, because Martha's from Uganda, and she was like, what is that, lean? So clearly it's not a Ugandan thing. Clearly they don't drink hot tots in Uganda. Hot toddies. No, it's not lean. Anyway, so I was just curious. She said, yeah, that's probably an African American thing, especially if it contains alcohol, or Black American thing if it contains alcohol, because I know that she's African, but she did grow up here in America. So I was just curious as to if it was a remedy that they knew of as well, or if it's something that they did in their home or their culture or whatnot. And she was like, no, I've never heard of that before. Yeah, so I'm just curious. I don't know if other people, races in America do it, or ethnicities. I don't know if it is a cultural thing, or if it's just an exclusive to an American thing. I'm not sure. I don't know if they do this certain remedy or remedy very similar to it in other countries. But if you do have a remedy that actually works for you, that's different than this, then go ahead and let me know in the comments, because I'm very curious. I know the winter's coming up, so I'm sure this won't be the only time that I probably have a little cold or get sick, and I'll be down for trying any other remedy. So yeah, go ahead and let me know in the comments. That would be awesome. Okay, moving on. I think the tea has sat for a good enough amount of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the whiskey. I don't know any measurements or anything like that. I just pour till I feel like it's enough. So if you want any particulars, I'm sure you can ask somebody else besides me. But anyways, so I'm just gonna pour. Yeah, I'm just gonna pour. Yeah, that's enough. I probably could have just finished the whole bottle, but ain't nobody trying to get drunk. We trying to get better. So I'm gonna put that to the side. Next, I think the order I did it was the lemon. I don't know if the order makes a difference as long as it's all in there together. So I'm gonna do the lemon juice, and as far as squeeze goes, I just do like that. Maybe I was equivalent to like 3 squeeze. And my ratios could be so off. Maybe it's working because I'm pouring in a certain amount of ratios. I'm just letting you know what I did and what worked for me. So that's what I did. Next, I'm going to take the honey. And then I'm going to put that. This is such a cute little chart. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour that honey in there. So like, I do like 3 swivels. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix it at this point in time. I don't have anything to set my tea bag on. I usually actually keep the tea bag. Well, when I've done it, I've kept the tea bag in there the entire time. And I'm just using a little spoon to mix everything together. Okay, I think that's enough. So I'm just gonna set the spoon down. And I think this should be good to go. So let's go ahead and take a sip. Now it will be strong, unless you're like an avid drinker, alcohol drinker. You may not think this is so strong. So for those of us who are not avid drinkers like that anymore, anyways, it's kind of, I'm not gonna say gross, but it's just strong. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff going on in here. So let's see. Well, I'm not one for wasting stuff, so I'm gonna drink this whole thing, even though I really don't need to, and it's not the best. I am going to finish drinking it, and that pretty much concludes the video. I just wanted you guys to know a remedy that I used to actually help me get over my sickness, because I did not want to go to the hospital. Like, I had already missed 2 days of work, and I was literally like, I'm going to call my PCP. I'm going to see if she can get me in. So I don't have to go to the emergency room and get stuck with a $250 bill. Like, who about to do that? Not me. And I really wasn't trying to pay no office copay either, but I would have rather done that than go to the emergency room just for them to tell me I got a sore throat and to drink some tea anyways. I literally went through a whole bottle of Thermoflu or whatever that stuff is called. I took NyQuil day and night. Alka-Seltzer Plus. I was taking, and what else did I take? And some other medicine and stuff like that. And nothing worked for me. Like, nothing worked for me. This was like a last ditch effort before I went to go see my doctor. It worked. And it worked. Okay, so I would try this first before going out and getting stuck with a hospital bill or emergency room bill, doctor bill or whatnot. I would try this remedy first. Like I said, this is fairly inexpensive. I just cashed out my brother $30, but I'm sure I am owed some type of change because this stuff should not have cost that much. The thing that probably would have cost the most is the whiskey. But when he got like a quarter pint, which is like way smaller than this. It was enough for like 2 cups. As opposed to this is like enough for 4 or 5 or just however much you feel like you need to put in your cup. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I got, and I know this was like $10. So I'm pretty sure the quarter pint was no more than $6 or whatever. So if we do that, and then this little thing can't be more than $3. So where are we at? 6, 3, 9. This is probably like $1.50. So let's just say $10.50. And this honey may have been like $2 or $3. So let's say $13.50 at the max. $13.50 at the max. So and they don't tax on food items. So I don't know. Let's just give it an even 15. You're not gonna spend more than $15 with this concoction. So I'm pretty sure I'm due some money back. However, I did tell my brother I would go ahead and just help him out on the gas since he did have to go and get this stuff for me. So, in my head I was thinking more like $5, but it is what it is. Yeah. So I think I'm pretty much done here. Like I said, it works for me. If you know of any good remedies, like I said, go ahead and drop those down in the comments. If you like this video, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you do not like this video, don't give it a thumbs down. Just move on to the next video. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, y'all, it's been real.